Perhaps the most important lesson in life from the field of interpersonal relationships through psychotherapy, art, economics to politics is that the truth is healing. The more we lie to ourselves, either by convincing ourselves that something doesn't exist when it actually does, or by being sure that something exists when it actually doesn't, the sicker we are. Knowingly lying is manipulative and dangerous for others, but unconscious lying is dangerous both for others and ourselves. Today we put emphasis on unconscious lying to ourselves. Unconscious, unintentional lying to ourselves is one of the definitions of neurosis. Telling and experiencing our truth is healing. That's why I often tell clients, your task is one and only. Try to tell the truth about yourself. Be honest with yourself, truthful to yourself to the end. I will help you with the rest. Okay, what exactly should I say? They ask. Start with any statement about yourself that you think is painfully true. Then say another sentence which you also think expresses something true about your life and your personality, no matter how uncomfortable or painful it is. Keep going. It is likely that at some point you'll say something that will move you, touch you. That means that you are on the right track. When that happens, let that emotion, those tears, that feeling overwhelm you. Don't avoid it and don't repress it. If you tell the truth about yourself and let the touching feelings wash over you, cry about what you've said, show your pain to the therapist, then you're on the right track and just keep going. It will take you some time to relax and gain complete trust in the therapist. And the more trust you gain, the more and greater truths you will say about yourself. The more often you will recognize the pain in those statements, and you will cry more often and deeper. If done properly, it is an unstoppable self-healing process. On the one hand, it is not self-therapy, because opposite you or with you is a psychotherapist to whom you open up and with whom you work. It is a social process. That other person whom you confide in and open up to is very important. On the other hand, it is a self-healing process because you will increasingly be able to do it yourself. And when you finally speak some important truth and surrender completely to the feeling that truth has produced, the continuation of that experience is involuntary, and if you don't interfere with it, it unfolds to the end with a cathartic experience and a great sense of relief and relaxation. Unfortunately, some people discover the benefits of withholding the truth, lying, deceiving both themselves and others. They learn to use it skillfully, and gradually it becomes their second nature, their world and the way they function. And their resistance to the truth is motivated not so much by the loss of practical benefits of flying as, in my opinion, by the fear of the pain they would have to face if they gave up their world of lies. The pain that awaits the liar is what sustains and perpetuates the lie. If we put things that way, it turns out that liars are big cowards because they are afraid to face the truth. True people are authentic, real. The traces of lies are ugly on the face, and the traces of pain are beautiful, to paraphrase Arsen Dedić, an ex-U songwriter and a poet. Being true is wonderful, beautiful, exciting, healing, attractive, realistic, healthy. Lying is ugly and neurotic. Let's be clear, a specific person, a specific family, community, a company is never completely false in every aspect, in every part, in every action or function. It is always a conglomerate of truth and lies, authenticity and neuroticism, health and illness. For example, one may be truthful in a relationship with someone, but very insincere with someone else. There are people who are honest and responsible regarding their work, obligations, and debts, but they can be very dishonest and lying to their family members. Or a company may be very professional and honest with its business clients and the state, but may skillfully hide the health risks of its products. Likewise, it is easy to imagine that a community has a great environmental awareness, encourages recycling, but on the other hand, its leadership people are corrupt and hide that they had personal benefits when purchasing the necessary machines and trucks for garbage collection. No one and nothing is completely false or completely true. True and false, sick and healthy, authentic and neurotic, they are well mixed in every personality, every family, community, and a system. But truth and lies do exist, although sometimes they are relative. How do we know that the client is telling the truth about himself? By observing the results of psychotherapy. If the client feels better, his tension decreases, can sleep better, has more energy, he is in a better mood, enjoys socializing with people more, etc. It means that he is ever truthful and honest to himself, even though he was experiencing the touching and painful feelings all the way. How will we know that a community is committed to truth, transparency, and the elimination of corruption? By noticing that people in it live in a healthy environment, they are cheerful, in a good mood, optimistic, have private initiative, engage in various activities like elections, protect those who think differently, take care of their minorities, earn money, travel, etc. Therefore, the truth exists. It is not completely relative. and it is recognized by beauty, cheerfulness, providing a place for everyone, for minorities, by caring for others and the environment, by good health. The first step is to move from you talk to I talk, from accusing others to talking about your subjective experiences. Move from blaming others to self-criticism. I lack skill, courage, calmness. My faults are that I'm rash, impetuous, stubborn, etc. But introspection and self-criticism do not necessarily lead us too far if they are not connected with openness to vulnerability, to touching feelings as we talk about ourselves and our lives. As a psychotherapy client, at least in feeling-oriented approaches, try for some time to do this. Do not blame or accuse others. Instead, be self-critical. Focus on your inner experiences and allow yourself to be vulnerable. Be honest with yourself and your life to the end, and pay attention to the touching feelings. Let those feelings show. Don't suppress them again, and just keep doing all that. On an individual level, this is a way to direct yourself towards your personal, subjective truth. How will you know that your subjective truth is worth anything? After a few minutes, or even more so after a few sessions, you will feel that you feel better, freer, more relieved, lighter, more relaxed. After a few weeks or months in therapy, provided that you are not hindered by strong resistances and defenses, you have a chance to experience significant and great changes in your personality and your life.